Well, hi everybody. We'll wait a couple minutes and then we're gonna get started on our turnout workout. Until then, we're gonna just hang out. Well, hi. I have a hard time reading from this. Oh, Langley Irish answer. Hi, Zoe. Hi, Bren. All right, guys, before we get started, you don't really need any supplies. You just need a clear spot on the floor. So I have a mat. I also have water because I like to drink water, so you can grab some. Hi, Zoe. Who else is there? Lala, Irish answer. I like that. Oh, hi, Anya. Hi, Madeline. Who all is going to come back tomorrow? Tomorrow we're working on toe height. It'll be tomorrow night because I'm excited for that. Oh, hi, Bridge. I like seeing all these. So tomorrow will be toe height. The next day will be posture. So we're gonna get some legs in and then we're gonna get our upper body on Thursday. So let's get started. I'm Ellen. This is Target Training. What we're gonna do today is we're gonna work about 10 minutes. We're gonna work on our turnout. Now stay with me through this whole 10 minutes because at the end I've got two ways for you to, little gifts for you to continue training that I don't want you to miss out on. So make sure you stay till the very end. We'll also do Q&A at the end. So if you have questions about something with turnout or something not turnout, then just let me know. I will also share this later so that you can have access to it again. And I'm always available. You can DM me anytime with questions. So we are gonna work turnout today. Turnout, it always comes from your hips. So for hips, we need to work on two things to increase our turnout. One, we need to strengthen all the deep rotators, so in our hips and our glutes. Two, we need to make sure that we've got a full range of motion in our hips. So we're gonna work on our mobility a little bit. Now, your glutes and hips might be a little sore after today, so that's okay. We do a stretch at the end. You can just do that in the coming days if you're sore. And if you join me tomorrow, I'll show you some other hip stretches. So, should we get ready? Again, you don't need any official equipment. I'm just gonna be working on the floor. Since I have a hard floor, I like to use a squishy mat, but you can do whatever. So, let's do it. All right. Start laying on your back, and I'll try to talk loudly enough so you can hear me. But start on your back. We're just gonna start with a few hip bridges. I like to keep my hands by my side, but you can also put your hands here, little robot arms, that'll help you press up. Feet are about hips width apart. You're gonna roll up so that you're in a straight line. Now, whenever we're doing bridges, make sure that your back doesn't go into an arch here. So if you start feeling it in your low back, come down. So roll down and come back up. At the top, I want you to squeeze your glutes down and come back up. Now just go halfway down. Come up, squeeze your bum. Halfway down. Come up, squeeze your bum. One more, down, up, squeeze your bum. Now leave your hips here, so don't let them shift, don't let them tip. Lift your right leg up to the air. Go down and up, that's one. Down, two, we're gonna do 8 of these. 3, you should be feeling it in that left foot glute. 4, 5, 6, mine's starting to burn, 7, last one, 8. Now extend that leg out, go out and come back in. 2, make sure you're not shifting. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Don't come down, stay up, reset, squeeze your bum. Now we're gonna work that right glute. Ready? Left leg up to the air, down. 1, 2, 3, 4, push hard through this right glute. 5, 6, 7, now leave it up, extend that left leg long, out and in. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, steady hips, 7, one more, 8, freeze. Back to the middle, keep holding it, squeeze your bum. Halfway down, an inch up, squeeze your bum. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Rest, roll down, bring your knees into your chest. So your bum will start to feel this. That's a good thing. Next, I'm just gonna flip around. You can stay right where you are. We're gonna go to cross outs. It's kind of funny when I'm upside down, but we're going to cross outs. Your hands can be out here. This will be a little more challenging. If you need some support, put your hands underneath your bum. Legs are gonna go up to the sky. Now watch your knees. We are gonna work crossover a little bit here, but we're working on controlling our turnout. Turn from your hips, so my knees should be pointing out to the side. Crossouts are gonna look like this. 1, 2, 3, all the way out as far as you can go. Snap them in. Here we go. 1, all the way out, bring them in. Check your knees. 2, 3, bring them in. Now, if you notice one knee, start turning to the front. See my left knee? Make sure you keep working in your hips to keep them out. Good, few more. Now, if you can have a challenge, put your arms out to the side. Otherwise, if you're having trouble, your bum's coming up, just put your hands underneath your bum. Either one is great. Couple more. Good. 2, 3, out. Let's make this the last one. 1, 2, 3, out, and come back in. Very good. All right, now we're gonna roll over to our side. So for our side, what we're gonna do is we're gonna work the muscles on the outside of our hips here. When we do this, though, I wanna make sure that you have a really solid core, and then we're gonna press up at one point. So we're gonna get a little work on our lats and on our shoulder. So come on down to here. Legs will extend out long. Now, you can either be here or you can lay all the way down. Whatever feels most comfortable for you. Use this hand to help keep your balance. Put it here. Now lift a little bit, lift your belly up off the ground so you're not just flopping into it. So we're here. Point your bottom toe, turn out from your hip. Lift and lower, just little lift. So we're not going way up here. We want to keep nice and controlled. 4, 5, belly in tight, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now leave it up. Little circles going one direction. 3. Now, are you rocking back and forth here? Try to control your core. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Squeeze your belly. 6. Make sure you're not going back and forth. 8, 9, 10. Now flex your top foot. We're going to turn your leg in, press your toe on the ground in front. Lift your leg, turn it out, tap your heel in the back. Toe in the front and heel. 2 and 3. Belly in tight, lift it a little bit. 4, 5, 6, 7. One more, you might start feeling a burnout here. 8. Good, and rest. Now, come up onto your forearm here. We're gonna go into kind of a side plank. I want you to not sink in here. Press up hard into that shoulder so we start activating your lats underneath. Those are important for keeping your arms in. From here, I'm gonna press up onto my knees. So it's kind of like a side plank, but you're on your knees for these. So I'm here. First one, we're gonna lift and lower. So just your leg stays bent but straight. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2 more, 9, 10. Now we're gonna go into a clam. So maybe you've done these on the floor. We're gonna take them into this half plank position. Turn out your leg, bring it back in. 2, 3, 4. So toes stay together. 5, belly in strong. 6, 7, 8, 9, press hard through that arm. 10. Now turn your leg in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, couple more. 8, 9, 10, and rest. All right, other side. Flip it around. Now, let's set up on that other side. If you want to challenge, you can take that kickstand hand up. You can put it on your waist or up here. So either one will make it a little more challenging. And I'm going to do the exact same I did on the other side. So starting here, pull your belly and lift it up off the ground so I'm not sinking in. Straight leg lifts first. Turn out that leg, point it. 1, we're going to do 10. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, circles forward. 2. I'm starting to get a little sweaty. 4, 5. I should have turned on my air conditioning. 7, 8, 9. Other direction. 1, 2, is your belly strong? So no weeble wobbling back and forth. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Flex your foot. Turn your whole leg in, toe taps in front. Lift, turn your foot out, heel taps in back. Here we go. 1 and 2, belly in tight. And 3 and 4. Anybody starting to feel the burn over here? 5 and 6, 7, 8, 2 more, 9, last one, 10, rest. Good. Side plank position. Remember, we're not lounging. This would be us like hanging out at the beach. Press up hard. Now, knees right below you. We're going to engage that lat. Press up. First, we go with the straight leg lifts. So my knees are bent, but my leg just comes straight up. 1, 2, belly in tight. 3, 4, 5. Top arm can come up or here. 9, 10. Clamps, toes come together. Lift out. Now my hip's not moving here, so I'm not opening up to the side. Keep that in. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, reverse. 10. Now, toe comes up. 1. Kind of feels like your legs on backwards. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Woo! Rest. Okay, real quick, let's stretch out our hips before we go on to the next series. We're going to go back to our glutes. Put your ankle outside of your front knee. Put the bottom foot underneath your knee. Now, my hips are a little tight. I can't even go all the way flat. You might be able to get your legs to go like this. If so, great. Again, it's not in here, so my feet aren't inside. I want this ankle outside. Now put your hands behind you. Sit up tall. Press that knee down. You might feel some burning over here. It's good. We're just working on that hip mobility. Now, anytime we do this little knee ankle stack, I like to do a little fancy kick when we switch. So if you know fan kick, you're gonna bring it up and around, other side. So ankle, outside a knee, foot below your knee. Now instead of slouching, sit up tall. We've got just one last series. We're gonna go back to our glutes. So we've got our hips. We did a little bit of our glutes. Ooh, I can't talk. A little bit of our glutes at the beginning. We're gonna go back to those. This time we're gonna lay prone. So prone means laying on your belly. So everybody, come down to your belly. Last series, and then we'll do a little Q&A. All right, here. First one we're gonna do is called prone out and in. When you lift your legs, I want you to try not to use your back, but use your glutes. So I'll show you. I'll talk you through it. Your head is gonna be down. Forehead is down the whole time. Legs are turned out, pointed. I'm gonna lift up using my glutes. I'm gonna go out, squeeze, in. You're gonna start feeling them right on the edge of your glute. That is a great sign. So your legs are just going out and in. Ready? Let's do 10 together. Here we go. Forehead's down, legs straight, pointed, turned out. Lift up using your glutes. Here we go. 1, squeeze, in. 2, in. 3, in. Twist out your hips a little bit more. Turn them way out. In. 6, 7, 8, 9. One more. 10. Rest. Good. Now, quick little hip opener. This is a good hip stretch. If you need to work on your turnout, if you are hypermobile, meaning your hips are really flexible, this might not be hard for you at all. So I'm going to bring my knees out, feet come together, drop them down to the ground. This is frog stretch, great way to do your homework. Now check out, can you see it? Oh yeah, see how my right foot is lower than my left? My right hip is way more flexible than my left. So if you're the same way, that's normal. We just want to try to make both of them equally as balanced and as flexible. Now, we're going to stay in this position, but I want you to move your knees in just a little bit. One last strength component here. What you're going to do is your forehead will be down again, feet will come together, and you're going to lift your knees up as high as you can. Now, this will only be about 2 inches. So, I'll be here, I lift, we're going to hold for 3, 2, 1, come back down. You're going to feel your glutes again. Remember, keep your hips turned out, knees should be out. Here we go, let's do 10. Ready? Feet together, knees out, set, drop your shoulders, go, lift, 3, 2, 1, rest, lift, 3, 2, 1, rest, and 3, 2, 1, rest, and 4, 2, 1, rest, and 5. Halfway there. 1, rest, and 6, 2, 1, rest. 7, 2, 1, rest. 8, couple more. 1, rest. 9, 2, 1, rest. Last one. 10, 2, 1, relax. Okay, so those are a quick couple strengthening components for your turnout. Now let's get to one more stretch. So we're gonna do pigeon. Now a lot of people probably know pigeon pose. I wanna take it into a little bit of different modification. So for pigeon, a lot of times when people do this, we see you starting here with your foot way back by your other hip. I wanna try to get this foot up in line with my knee so that my shin is parallel to the top of my mat. So from here, I'm gonna put my shin up here. Now this will make it way more challenging. I'm not gonna sit on my butt over here, so you wanna make sure that you're up and over your foot. Now from here, I call these pigeon walks. You're gonna take your pigeon for a walk. So I'm gonna go as far as I can to one side, twist, 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 and then walk over to the other. Now, if this feels okay for you, you could come down to your forearms. I want you to still walk back and forth. At the end range, so way over here, make sure you get way over there. The other side, same thing. Really twist into that. Now, double check your foot again. See how mine's sliding back? It's kind of taking the whole mat with me. I'm gonna reset that. Sometimes I even need to hold on to it so it doesn't kind of have a mind of its own. Keep walking back and forth. Good. Now, easy switch here. Tuck your back toe, press up into a plank position, and then switch to the other side. So from here, my left hip is way tighter. So it's harder for me to keep this left foot up. I definitely need to keep a hand on it so it doesn't slip back. From here, take your pigeon for a walk. Loosen up that hip. Way over, way over. At the end ranges, I can really feel it. If you feel a little tight point, hang out there for a little bit and stretch it out. All right, you did it. I'm really sweaty today. Good, get a quick drink of water and let's see what questions you guys have. I might need to get closer too so I can read your questions. All right, now let's get into a little bit of a Q&A. Hold off on your questions for right now, just because I'm not close enough to read it. But I wanna tell you guys a little bit about how you can continue training. Couple things. If you need to work on turnout, I have a couple resources for you. Number one, if you join our mailing list, you immediately get emailed to you our 10-minute turnout video that is on the Target Training Online Institute. So the Online Institute is our training platform online, so you can do it anytime, anywhere. But if you subscribe to the mailing list, all you have to do is put in your email. You immediately get an email saying, here's your 10-minute turnout, free gift, woohoo! So you can subscribe by going to targettrainingdance.com. That's targettrainingdance.com. And then either something will pop up immediately and you just fill that in, or you go to contact and you'll see it there. If you can't figure it out, just send me a DM and I'll send you the link. Number two, the first month is free. It's free on the Target Training Online Institute. So there is no reason for you to not jump on there. You need to enter the code 1 month free, all capital letters, like I'm shouting it at you, the number 1 month free. Get on there, start your training. We have a 30-day turnout challenge, that's amazing, a 30-day posture challenge, and then videos for everything else. Toe height, pointing, arching, getting your leaps higher, getting your birds higher, vertical jump, stamina. There's a 3-month training plan that will lead you, for those of you getting ready for the Oireachtas, right up to the Oireachtas. And there is tomorrow a new release coming out for your preseason training. So anybody getting ready for fall training with either Fall Fashana or for the Oireachtas, you need to get started training now. I'm glad you're here to do that. So go to institute.targettrainingdance.com and then put in the code 1 month free. Again, if you're like, Ellen, I forget everything you just said, you just send me a DM and I'll get it back to you. All right, let me get closer so I can see some questions. Ooh, I can't see what name that is, but they're really excited to use all the exercises with their students. So dance teacher, that's amazing. And also, so if you get to dance class early, which hopefully you are, do these with your dance friends before dance class. Ankle mobility for rocks. Ooh, I love that. Okay, ankle mobility for rocks. I'm going to show you a couple things. One is going to be a strength component. One is going to be a mobility component. This is also going to be really beneficial for pointing. So the first one is kneeling ankle stretch. You definitely do not want to do this on a hardwood floor. It hurts. You're going to sit like this, sit on top of your knees. You're going to pull up one foot to stretch out the top. So from the side angle, we're here. So if you need to work on points, if you need to work on ankle mobility, this is an amazing stretch for the top of your foot, top of your ankle. Now, when you're here, I want to make sure your foot isn't sickling. So that's when your foot goes like this away. So when you pull it up, make sure that heel is in. The other thing, so it's for any skill we need to improve, you need to do a mobility component and you need to do a strength component. So for rocks or ankle mobility, one, we're gonna do that kneeling ankle stretch. Number two, we're gonna do side to side taps, which you might lose my head for a little bit, but what you're gonna do is I want you to do big rainbows. So you're gonna come down, you're gonna lift up and go all the way into a sickle. Lift up, come out, lift up, come in. This seems really basic, which is good, but what that does is it creates strength in the range of motion, which you need for rocks, because you can't just flop over, you'll hurt yourself. Okay, what else? Hello from Druid Academy. Hi! That's fun. Who will this be saved? Yes, this will be saved to watch later. So I'm gonna put it on YouTube, I think. I'm gonna put it on Facebook. I'll put it everywhere and put it out there for you. Help with pulling up on knees and crossover. I love this question. Pulling up on knees and crossover. So let's tackle, these are two very different things. Pulling up on knees is going to come from your glutes, which thankfully we just worked a lot of that. So let me tell you real quick. And actually tomorrow in tomorrow's class when we do toe height, we will be doing a lot of pulling up on knees. So for pulling up on knees, come join us. But basically think about this. If you're sinking, you are not engaging your glutes. So you need to engage your glutes, especially when you're up on your toes. So think about it when you're doing like a hop 1-2 switch step. On the hop, so if I'm hopping off of this foot, hop, I need to pull up on my glutes, pull up on my quads, because if those are not engaged, you're gonna be sinking. A lot of times we get sinking knees in hard shoe, like when you're doing treble rhythms or treble sequences, it's the same thing. We have to get stronger glutes. So use some of the exercises we did today. Also tune in tomorrow because we're gonna do that. Crossover, you need to strengthen your adductors, your inner thighs. Think about the first three letters of adductor, A-D-D, add. It adds your two legs together. So my adductors are responsible for this. So great ways to strengthen them. Number one, do those cross outs that we were doing today. The 1, 2, 3, out, 1, 2, 3, out. Those are amazing. Two, you need to mobilize your hips, so pigeon walks. Three, you could do any sort of lower leg lift. So we're here and we go into this side, not really a plank, but side lying position. Back foot is here, front leg. I'm gonna lift and lower. Now, you could add modifications for this. One, you could put some ankle weights on your feet. Two, I can press up off of this back leg and bring it to here. This will make it more challenging. If you're interested to make it even more challenging, straighten your back leg, then press up. And so you're gonna get adductor work on both this bottom leg and the top leg. So crossover, work your adductors, mobilize your hips. Okay, what else? Bird tips and benefits for doing the 10-week class. Love it. Bird tips. Okay, so just so we're on the same page, because a lot of times different dance schools have different names for different movements. When I'm talking about a bird, I'm talking about, and I think this is probably what, whoever that is that wrote it, the front leg comes up, back leg tucks up behind them. So number one, if you do not jump high enough, you're not gonna get your bird up. You have to develop single leg strength. So this is all gonna be single leg power, single leg strength. Number one, start doing your exercises on one foot. So if you're doing a squat, take it to a single leg squat. Great exercises for birds would be one, that glute bridge we did on one leg. Do that. You can also take that into a jump, which is really hard. So you're gonna be here, And you're gonna start here and then take it up into a power move here. So birds, I'm gonna come down, this leg comes down. Now it's not momentum with my leg flying back. I want my leg to fly straight up. So I'm here and I'm gonna push and reach up. The bottom leg, you should feel it, hamstring glutes. Also, jump, please jump. So single leg, you could be going side to side. You could be doing jump, kick your bums. Anything like that. You have to get the power off of one foot. That is the number one mistake I see when people struggle with their birds. 10-week classes. So I host 10-week classes in Chicago and Milwaukee. It is amazing for dancers who are in town because every week, then you are with me. We can make adjustments based on your specific needs. So if you need to work on your birds, we will adapt that into class. We'll put that in there. Now, don't worry if you're like, but I live in Canada, I'm not there for your classes. That's what the Online Institute is for. So it'll take you right through those. For the 10-week classes, you are given home weekly challenges. So we have a separate web page and you log on and you have assignments so that you can train consistently throughout the week. Then you can win prizes and all that kind of stuff. Okay. Tips for spins. Ooh, I love this question. And I'm probably keep squinting when I look at all these. Tips for spins and controlling them. Okay. Spins. When we do a spin, if you think about a top, if the center of gravity on like an actual spinny top is not centered, so if it's like bent, the top is not going to actually spin and it's going to fall over. So what I'll see a lot of times is dancers go up and then they fall out of their spins or they're not getting the power. Number one, you again have to press hard off of that single leg. So a lot of times in spins, I think of, I call them helicopter spins. When you press off of one foot, both legs come up and then you land. Spins, we can also, it's the same principle if you talk about pivots. So when you're just standing on both legs and turning around, same thing. But if you are doing a jump spin, you need to push. Number two, in order to control them, so to jump up, and you've seen people do this, jump up, spin, boom, land so controlled, going the direction you want to and not falling out of it. You have to engage your core. You have to engage your glutes. So make sure your core is strong. Make sure your glutes are strong. We worked glutes a lot today. Core, you could do your planks. You could do, there's tons of core exercises. Check out some of our blogs or direct message me and I can send you core stuff. As soon as you jump off, you need to blow out and engage. So you'll go, like if I do 1, 2, switch, step, turn, you're gonna go 1, 2, switch, step, and blow out. Squeeze your belly, I keep doing this because that's me engaging them. So you're gonna go squeeze, and if you can squeeze them when you jump and come down, if you engage them, then you'll be in more control when you land. How do you improve your leaps? Okay, leaps go back to, same thing with birds. You have to jump. If you're not jumping, you're not gonna go flying through the air. So another thing though with the bird comment that I didn't touch on is your front leg height. Front leg height, you have to make sure that you're flexible enough to get that leg up there, and you have to make sure that your core, your hip flexors, so the muscles that bring your legs up like this and like this, are strong enough so that you can actually hold it up there. If you cannot lift your leg up and hold it there, no chance you're gonna be able to do it when you leap. So a great exercise, I have it on the blog, and again, you can direct message me if you can't find it. You put your foot on top of a chair or a table or something, and you're gonna engage your core first. Nothing can move, because if I start moving my top of my body, what do you think is gonna happen when you dance? You're gonna move the top of your body. I'm gonna engage my core, I'm gonna engage my standing leg, and then you're just gonna lift and hold your leg. Seems really easy, it is so hard. So you need to get that control and strength in that top leg along with the power off of your back leg. Okay, let's do one more question today, but don't worry, I'll be back tomorrow and we'll do lots more questions. How do you jump higher, get back leg up quicker? Ooh, this is funny. This is the back leg issue was the issue I had when I was dancing. My dance teacher probably yelled at me 1,000 times about this. So how do you jump higher? How do you get the back leg up quicker? How do you jump higher? You have to jump. And every time you jump, you need to put 100% effort into it. Then when you go into your dancing, so the application part that a lot of dancers miss is that you're not actually pushing off the ground when you get into your leaps. 1, 2, switch, step, leap, and down. So you got to build up that strength there. We have an incredible power video and it's a single leg strength and leap video on the Online Institute that takes you through every muscle you need to develop to get your leaps up. Now, for curling in the back, that's going to be your hamstrings here. So we need to develop your hamstrings here. That's what curls your foot up in the back. Those tend to be really weak in Irish dancers because our quads like to dominate. The other issue is that your hip flexors, if those are tight, which is also very common for Irish dancers, if your hips are tight, you are not going to be able to get it back. So what you'll see a lot is dancers try to kick back and they'll go into a big old arch, or their arms will move, or some other thing will compensate because their hip flexors are not loose. So let me show you a couple hip flexor stretches and then so that you can get that loosened to help you pull up and back, and then I'll show you a really challenging hamstring exercise that you can do as well. So hip flexor stretch. Now, very little movement, but again, we're working right here. You can do this a couple different ways. Step forward, so I'm gonna put this leg right in front. You've probably seen people go into lunges. This is fine, and I wanna stay out of that arching in my back. That's not hitting my hip flexors as much as my back. So you're gonna be here, put your hand on your knee, watch the small of my back. I'm gonna take it from an arch, I'm gonna tuck my hips under. You might feel, I just felt my quads light up a little bit. Tuck my hips under, and then I'm gonna come forward a little bit, not going into that arch, that interior pelvic tilt. So tuck under, lean forward a little bit, try to get into here. Now, once you're here, move in it. So twist a little bit, see what that feels like. Twist this way a little bit, see what that feels like. Lift your same arm, so my left leg is back. I'm gonna lift my left arm, open up, and turn to the side so it can come up into my belly and into my psoas. Try to get that, come over, but keep that bum tucked under. That is a great hip flexor stretch that every Irish dancer should be doing, even if they can curl up to the back. Hamstrings. I do not have socks with me, but you'll get these. What you're gonna do is you're gonna go into a bridge position. Now you wanna have a slippery surface. So sometimes you can just do this on a carpet, but otherwise get some socks on, get on a hardwood surface. And I can't demonstrate because I don't have, actually, let me try on here. So you're gonna lay back. I go into that bridge pose again here. Now, I'm gonna keep my hips lifted off the ground. Again, either those little robot arms or arms down. I'm gonna glide my heels out. My hips are still up off the ground. Then I pull them in and use your hamstrings. So from the side, let's see if this, from the side, check it out, my hips are up. I'm gonna go out, and then I come back in, hips stay lifted. You'll feel your hamstrings light up right away. Now, if you've got pretty strong hamstrings, I do not. If you've got pretty strong hamstrings, you can do the same thing on one foot. So exact same thing, you would be here. I cannot do this very well on one foot. You're gonna be here, lift up one leg, come out, and then come in. So if you can do that, send me a video and be like, oh, I got stronger hamstrings than you. All right, you guys, you're rock stars. I love those questions. I'm sweating. So tomorrow, we are back at 7:15. That's Central Time, so Chicago time. We are back at 7:15. We are gonna be working on toe height. I'm gonna have one of the target training athletes with me as well, so I can be talking through that. So 7:15 tomorrow. Bring your questions afterwards. I wanna answer all sorts of questions. We'll stick around for probably 30 minutes after maybe. We'll see how long it takes us. But if you have questions, send me a message, direct message me. Do not forget to take advantage of the free Turnout video. So again, subscribe to our mailing list. Go to targettrainingdance.com. Click on contact, put it in there. And then also first month free at the Target Training Online Institute, institute.targettrainingdance.com. Special code, 1 month free, number 1. Month free, like I'm shouting it at you. Hold on, let me get a drink and I'll keep talking to you. All right, happy Tuesday. Happy last day of July. Remember, if you're on the Online Institute, tomorrow starts your preseason training. So I'm very excited for that. I'm actually gonna put it up tonight. So you'll get a head start. It'll go up tonight, but really to be released tomorrow. All right, you guys are rock stars. Keep up the hard work. Consistency is where you will see the results. You guys are amazing. I will see you tomorrow, 7:15. Peace out. Oh, maybe peace out.